Alex here, October 19th, 2015. I am here to give an update on Rodger Marsh. The news that came in this morning is that he has been arrested. He had a warrant. Now the question is, what was this warrant for out of Texas? And did he come up here to try to start a militia to take the heat off him? There are FBI groups all across America that have given people a way out of a prison sentence. Their mission for years, deals have been done, whether it's been done to get someone to rat on a drug dealer or to try to get violence going in an off-the-grid community, to put the heat on the community, to give the government the excuse to literally target innocent people. And this happens time and time again. So the question is, did Rodger Marsh come up to Costilla County because his agenda was to rally this community around an idea, around a concept that would get him off scot-free from whatever pressing charges he had down in Texas? What are those charges? This is just a question that I'm raising. If he, in fact, was not a federal agent, that makes Rodger Marsh even more violent. By studying this Facebook page, the violent, homicidal, racist ramblings, this person was a threat to the community. And this is the type of person that no doubt wouldn't think twice before popping off around at my head if I was walking out the desert and he came by and I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. The fact of the matter is, after that night with Rodger Marsh, people that have lived out here for years locked their gate for the very first time. They were creeped out, regardless of your opinion on certain things when it comes to the spiritual realm. I felt a cloud, an evil walk in with him. And that's why I reacted the way that I did. I couldn't just sit in my chair. I was upset. I had to say something, and I was getting out of there. And so that's what I did. And I felt this energy around him also as he was sizing me up for that punch. As he made claims, you know, there were armed security around him, claims he was making so maybe people wouldn't make a move and stand up to him. Literally walking in with the reign of terror. So Rodger Marsh, this alcoholic that has been traveling the nation, trying to set up patriot groups in different spots unsuccessfully. This is the first time, though, that Rodger Marsh has been exposed. You know, I spent an hour looking for information about him on the web. And I think that the recent video that I put together has the most links about him and his associates all together on one video. Whereas before, Rodger Marsh was in the shadows. Now he's out in the light and he has been exposed. But here's some other questions that come up. Who are these other associates of his? We're talking about Tony. Tony would be the younger man. He looks like he could be an islander. I don't know where he is from. But he's the one with the tan skin, the young man in great shape, who is standing at attention. And you can see just the divide. You can see, you know, the divide on the pecs. Standing at attention, backing up Rodger. And also, the gentleman from Poland, who was also there. So these associates of Rodger, we're not really sure who they are yet. I'd like to know. I'd like to know if they have an apology to the group for promoting this individual, if they plan to take any accountability for their own actions. And if they can't, then the question comes up, who's Tony? Michael Morris? Michael Morris thinks that Tony is in charge of the operation, if it ever was an operation. What kind of charges was Rodger facing in Texas? How do we know the FBI did not send Rodger up here in order to get himself out of jail? Here, you want your get out of jail card? You need to infiltrate the sovereign group. Do you question whether or not this is actually taking place in America today? All you got to do is do a simple Google search. FBI infiltrating sovereign groups. And look at the documented history of the feds being involved and try to, you know, get people all pumped up. Oh, it starts with one thing, then an outsider comes in. Remember, Rodger came as soon as we got the story out to the national press. San Francisco Gate, Washington Times. Story was also posted on a number of very popular off-the-grid survivalist websites and blogs. Rodger seized on that opportunity. Rodger got involved in the comment section, and it's through the comment section that Rodger, and he also used another identity on Facebook known as Cult. And so he's been active on Facebook trying to rally people together, patriots, big talk about a tactical response team. Okay, Rodger, Mr. Former Army Ranger, where's your history as someone who is a vet? Where is your history? What is your history? And why are you wearing a PSYOPs cap in one of your videos? Because if people think this is just about a nutcase with a warrant, they've got another thing coming. But it is true that if he wasn't a federal agent, that Rodger Marsh, if that was or is his real name, that he was a danger to this community and others. Because it means he actually believed his homicidal rantings on his page about killing Muslims and the ISIS invasion and all this nonsense and nothing to do with the real issues that matter. This guy was Coco for Cuckoo Puffs. And also, other members of this community could have vetted this person. And I will never trust certain people to vet certain people, ever, from this point on. It is irresponsible to assume other people will just do the vetting for us and vet certain members and make sure that they are who they say they are. Well, that wasn't done. And no group or community can be fully safe if people are so naive that they don't even bother to question or look up the supposed people that are coming to the rescue. That wasn't done, and during the initial part of the meeting, some people were actually with Rodger. Those are people that can be put under other people's spells. Those are people that don't know how to protect their own consciousness when someone's trying to hypnotize them. Those are the people that will turn on people like me when I'm trying to warn them. And this is true. This is what we've learned about the common sense of some people. Oh, some people haven't looked him up and aren't disgusted with his homicidal ramblings? Well, then I don't want to have anything to do, I said that a few days ago, with anybody that's still going to stand with this freak of nature. Now, I need to make some other points. He's been running around the web with this fake profile by the name of Colt, who I blocked earlier in the week. I blocked him because he was rude to me on Facebook, and I don't put up with any man or woman being rude to me on Facebook. If they want to get smart, they can be deleted from my artificial virtual reality matrix. Okay? I don't need to allow them in. I didn't know that Rodger was Colt. So he was already getting an attitude with me with his anonymous profile that he added. And he was trying to like all my posts and trying to get me initially to like bite some hook and give him some energy. But I never did it. Any masked man, V for Vendetta, I don't have anonymous friends. This whole thing about the mask meme is a joke in our society. From V for Vendetta to the anonymous mask, to other forms of, ooh, I'm a musketeer. I got no balls. I'm running around with a fake ID. Yeah, you're suspect. Each and every one of you that runs around anonymous. As far as what happened after I left, he did continue to establish his rule, his reign. And it was like a cloud of evil walked in with him. And there were some people that walked out, and he was rude to Chloe and others. He was making statements like he controlled what got put on the internet. He controlled what was posted. He controlled this. He controlled that. And the supposed judges even told him that his alcohol was getting in the way, that he was screwing things up. We don't know who those judges were. If those were real judges, there would have been information about them. But right now it looks like a lot of those are fake characters. They're all frauds. They were all frauds working together. So you have the fraud judges. You have Rodger Marsh, and then you have the associates, the guy from Poland with the hat, and then you've got Tony standing at attention, who is still connected with a few of you, some on Facebook. Who's Tony, and what's his story, and why was Tony supporting Rodger? I'm Alex Ansary signing off from Antonito, Colorado, October 19th, 2015.